today or cancelled.
So in today's episode, we're going to be talking all about mental health, because I feel like we actually haven't done one of them before, because fun fact, we actually did film a mental health episode, but we lost
it. Was so good as well.
It was honestly the best. We lost all the footage to it, which we were literally
heartbroken over. I was considering paying the big massive thing just to get it.
We were considered paying the debt just to get the episode.
It wasn't a debt, guys.
No, it wasn't a debt. But like, but you know, let's be a little bit dramatic. But it wasn't a debt, I promise. But yeah, we lost
Faith and Bethany got themselves in debt.
Girl, hands on debt. But anyway,
oh my god, I'm so sorry for that wind.
I know, they're gonna hear, like, you're gonna hear like a little noise in every
Mic's gone off, wind's here.
Yeah, so we haven't got a microphone now because we're just having some.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have microphones for next time we film, so it's fine. But yeah, we're gonna talk all about mental health today and just kind of like, you know, a little debrief, you know, whatever. But yeah.
Do you want to start off?
Yeah. So guess let's talk about kind of my own experience with mental health.
Yeah.
So if you know me personally, like, I suffer so bad with anxiety. Like, I'm on medication and everything for it. Like, it's really, really bad. Like, any little thing can happen, like, and I will worry, and my head will just get filled with all these scenarios, and just, I don't like, I'm not big myself up, but I sometimes feel like my anxiety, like, is like the normal kind of anxiety, like, because I know everyone gets it, like the worry, everyone gets like the feeling in the stomach, but like mine, I feel like it's just different to everyone else's, but then it might not be, because I know some people do have it a lot worse than me, but like, it just makes me feel physically sick.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where I'm literally so nauseous, like, and it's just, it's horrible. Like, I worry about everything, like, even I know a lot of people are like this, but like, even on text messages, if someone's like says something, like they spell like okay a different way or something.
No, that's so real.
My mind races so bad, like, but I'm one of them people that, like, I will ask people, are you sure you're okay, like, is everything okay? But then I've got to remember to myself, like, you know, like, don't beg people, like, if they're going to be funny with you, let them.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's hard, but like, if they're going to be like that, you let them. So that's why I need to teach myself to kind of snap out of that, because if it was up to myself, I would literally pester people all day. Why are you being weird to me? What's up, like, well, do you know what I mean? When you can't do that. Like, yeah. But yeah, I just suffer really bad with anxiety. Like, I have suffered with depression too, but I feel like it's the anxiety that caused the depression, you know, because I was overthinking so much and my mind was just racing constantly, and that's what put me in the dark place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, because I was just worrying constantly, and I still do now. The medication I'm on, obviously propanol, you know what it is, that just stops, like, the feel, like, the sickly feeling. Like, it doesn't stop the thoughts, but the sickly feeling. I know there is a medication they wanted to put me on, but it's a short-term one. I can't remember what it's called.
Slows your heart down, propanol, it's a beta blocker.
Yeah, so that's, to be honest, I'd rather get the feeling away than the thoughts. The thoughts are horrible, but the sickly feeling's even worse. So they wanted to put me on this, like, short term one you take it for like 6 weeks, and then they take it off you then. But I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to just do that, so please just put me on a high dose of this so that I can keep taking it, and then when I decide to, I'll wean myself off it. But right now, though, I can't physically leave the house without taking a propanol because of how bad it's gotten. Like, I never used to be bothered about going out, leaving the house, but now it's like, I generally get like scared.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to be scared of, like I generally have, and like,
it's easier said than done though,
yeah,
isn't it?
Like I've got nothing to be scared of, like, you know, but I just get scared leaving the house, like big crowds and stuff now making me feel sick. When I was on the train before, it was dead busy, something must be going on, and I felt physically sick. I felt I was going to vomit, and then that was me feeling, then my mind starts racing, then thinking, oh my god, like, I'm going to vomit in front of all these people on the train.
Yeah.
And then my anxiety got worse then. So it's just like little things like that. But my only kind of journey, I guess, in mental health is just my anxiety is just so bad. Yeah. But I feel like when high school caused a lot of that though. Yeah. I blame high school because like when I think back to primary school and that, like, because I know some people develop it from a young age, like they get anxious from a young age, but I wasn't like that until during high school, so I'll always blame anxiety. I hate it. Like, it's one of the things that I really hate, and I feel like it does ruin my life a little bit. Yeah. It stops me from doing things, it stops me from like going places, and yeah, it's just no good really. But I am getting over it though, and I'm just trying not to let it take over my life, because if I do let it take over my life, then I literally will never leave the house, and it can't be like that because of obviously what I'm trying to do and that. But anyway,
you want a life.
Yeah, I want to, you know, anyone, you want a life, don't you? I don't want it to take that away from me to the point where, like, you know, I've got to, like, rely on, like, doctors and, like, medications or because I don't want to do it for the rest of my life. I really don't. But yeah, but that's just kind of mad. But what about you?
Yeah, so I was just going to say, on like the anxiety subject, like I think it's so under talked about because I think like, oh, I feel anxious and like feel nervous and things like that, but when you've got like crippling anxiety, like it does stop you from leaving the house.
It's awful.
It's horrific. So when I was like 15, 14, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression. I was sick, so like I couldn't go to school or not, and so it just like caused me to have major anxiety.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get on a bus like a good few years.
Really?
Yeah. Don't do public transport, I hate it. I won't do public transport. I think I've been on a bus like a handful of times, and I can only pick who I go out with. Like some, not in a horrible way, but like some friends give me really bad social anxiety, so I can't go out with them.
Oh wow, right, okay.
And like, just like things like, I'm on obviously propranolol as well, but I hate taking medication. I'm the worst for it. Like if I need to take a medication religiously, I'm forgetting.
See, now I used to be like that because I've been on propranolol twice now. I was on surgery the last time now, and like I just forgot to take it. Like sometimes, like, and obviously if you've been on an antidepressant before, you know, if you haven't took it for like 1 or 2 days, it fucks the whole cycle. Then it's like you start it all over again. It makes you feel absolutely shit. Makes you feel so shit. But now though, I take it religiously. Like I panic when I don't have my tablets with me.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Paige like last week and I packed all my stuff, I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'd forgotten my tablets and I panicked. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to leave the house. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. And obviously, luckily, like I went home and got them because I had to. Like I literally, because I thought if I don't have these with me, I am not going to be able to leave this house tomorrow.
Yeah.
But so that's just the one thing I hate. Having to rely on them, because I literally am relying on them because like I've literally got them in my pocket right now, so I know most pages after this I know I'm staying, so I literally carry them with me 24/7 and I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, so when I was like 14, 15, whatever, because I was sick, I couldn't leave the house, then I ended up having really bad anxiety. If I had to leave the house, I'd cry, like it was so bad, like I just didn't leave the house really for like 2 years.
When it gets to the point,
thank God it was COVID. When it was COVID, I was flying. I thought no one was going to force me to leave this house now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
When it gets to that point though, of like not being able to leave the house, that's when you're like, oh shit, like what am I gonna do here? Because like this is like I need to go outside at some point.
Yeah.
And then you tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, and you never do it. And then when it finally gets to come to do it, normally it's like your mum or someone has to force you.
Yeah.
It's like a full on like. It's bad, like it's just bad. But anyway, carry on.
But also at the time I got diagnosed with like depression, so that was a lot to take in.
Yeah. Such a young age as well.
Yeah, I was like in a really, really bad place. Just didn't really want to be here.
Yeah.
So I think I was about 15, 14. Then everyone, like obviously school was over then, even though I didn't go, school was over. I went to college. My anxiety was kind of chill for a bit, but like still couldn't do public transport. Still don't do public transport. The only thing I can do is a train.
Yeah, to be honest with buses and that, I don't really blame you for not wanting to get on the bus. Like buses are horrible.
I don't know what it is. Like I've just got a big, massive fear of buses.
I think it's just because like sometimes with a train, like sometimes they're not always dead packed. Like obviously they are, but not as often. But then buses are constantly packed full of people. Do you know what I mean?
I just hate people.
Me too.
Petrified people.
That's what anxiety's taught me, to hate people. That's what's horrible about it.
Yeah. And obviously, like a couple of weeks ago, I was diagnosed with PTSD. If you don't know what PTSD is, it's post-traumatic stress disorder, and you get it from like key events, or in my case, stalking.
Yeah.
It wasn't just stalking, there was domestic abuse. And that I think like ruins like my whole perspective on like mental health, because like I was so determined not to get that diagnosis. I was like, I'm gonna fight this.
Yeah, because I remember, because Bethany was saying to me, she was talking to me about like weeks prior to the diagnosis, and you were saying to me like, you know, I really don't want them to, like, I'm doing everything, I'm putting it off as much as I can, like, I don't want to go and see these people who are going to tell me if I've got this, like, I can remember you just put it off for so long, but obviously then in the end, you were in a position where you had to obviously, like, know if you did or not, and then, obviously, unfortunately, you did, but...
And PTSD is one of them, like, I don't know anyone with it.
Yeah,
apart from me, I don't know anyone with it.
No, I've never actually came across anyone except from you now who's actually been diagnosed with it or even thought that they had it. Like, I feel like now obviously everyone's just like, you know, I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression. But don't you sometimes think as well, like, when it comes to like going to your GP about having low thoughts and that, the minute they'll just say to you, you've got depression, take this, and they'll just throw medication at you. Because a lot of people nowadays, obviously, everyone you come across, they do always say, I've got anxiety, I've got depression, which, you know, is probably true because...
I think it's probably the world we live in.
Yeah, it is the world we live in now.
It's the generation that we live in.
Yeah, like since growing up, honestly, the world's just gone fuck. But then I think though, like, have you got it, or is the doctor just saying you've got it because you've gone saying that you don't feel good? Do you know what I mean? Because it could be something else.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who say they've got depression, it could be like undiagnosed ADHD or undiagnosed like
But also
autism.
back in the day when I got diagnosed with depression, I think it took weeks. Like I went back for like loads of times because I wasn't in the house or nothing. And it took them a while to, like, the diagnosis with anxiety like that. Like, you've got anxiety.
Oh yeah.
But like depression, I felt like it took them forever. Like I hate diagnoses. Like I really do. I hate them.
I don't always believe diagnosis me though, because I was actually never diagnosed with depression. They just gave me antidepressants. They diagnosed me with anxiety because they could just see like I was like shriveled with it, and I just knew I had it. But with depression, no, I was like that because like, have I got depression or is it the anxiety? The thoughts causing me to be so sad because it's like taking over me. Do you know what I mean? And then, so that's why I think they never diagnosed me with depression because I don't have depression. I've been depressed, but I don't have it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm quite lucky to be fair because I'm on like 150 milligrams sertraline and like propranolol.
What are you on propranolol? I'm on 40 milligram.
I don't know what I'm on.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it on your box?
I don't read the box.
I do
a little pot.
Oh, okay.
I'm professional. Yeah, so I got quite lucky because I can hear myself. I'm assuming I got quite lucky because when I went to the doctors again and I was like, listen, like I genuinely don't want to be here. The doctor said, oh, like it must just be depression. Why can't it be depression? And then another one was like, no, like you've got PTSD. And I was like, my therapist said that, I didn't want a diagnosis. And then like I went back and I was like, well, just don't give me that diagnosis. Because like when you've got something like that, they have to see you every like 2 weeks. So the doctors have to see me every 2 weeks. And then, like, obviously now they're getting, like, what's it called involved?
Psychiatrist?
Yeah, psychiatrist involved. And I've never, like, I had depression, but, like, it was caused by something. It was caused, like I wasn't in school.
Yeah.
And then, like, anxiety, I've always had that. But, like, it's more social anxiety, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just social anxiety, I don't like being around people. And it's, like, certain people will make it worse, do you know what I mean?
I feel that sometimes, like, over the years, like, when I've been around, you know, people, it's hard to don't even speak to anymore, whatever, or whoever, it doesn't matter whoever it is, like, I do sometimes think, like, when I'm around people, the anxiety heightens more with others than it does others, if that makes sense, like, which I don't know, is that a bad thing, or is that, like, I don't know if that's a bad thing.
I think it just shows you who you can be around and who you can't be around, really.
Yeah.
But like my anxiety is worse if someone else's is worse as well. Like if someone's got bad anxiety, mine initially kicks off because I'm thinking, oh my fucking god, we've both riddled with anxiety and now we're out in a public place. Yeah.
Me and you then?
Yeah.
Is this like really weird to say, like sometimes like I can like, can you feel energy? Like,
yeah, you can feel anxiety through someone else.
If someone else feels anxious, like, because I think there's been times where like, obviously we've been out together and you've obviously made me aware that you feel a little bit anxious, and once you start to feel anxious, I'm like, oh my fucking god, like
we're both
I feel sick now. Like I've got no reason to feel anxious. I've got literally, Joey, we're together, we're having a good time, but I feel fucking sick.
I think it's because you think the other person's anxious, they must be anxious about something, now I need to be anxious too.
Yeah, I feel like I have to be on guard. I feel like it's like on guard, like reaction, like you don't know what you're anxious about. But you're in like fight or flight, and then I'm thinking like, oh my god, well I need to be on guard now because what if something bad happens? And like that is just like, it's crazy, but I hate how it happens.
People say mine's worse now because I'm like this.
Yeah.
Because I'm in fight or flight, because I didn't used to do that, and what happened to me constantly, like who's behind us. And I would purposely, like, if there's no one with me, I would get out my camera and see who's behind me. But that's PTSD.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like, that's like my fight or flight. Like, I'm like that, like constantly, people like, you're setting me off, like you're making me anxious. I'm like, no, like I can't, we need to go home. Like, genuinely.
You know what I struggle with though, really, really bad paranoia. Like, everything makes me paranoid. Like, even like walking alone at night. Like, I feel like a lot of women get this though, like, walking alone at night, if I see someone that's behind me, whether they're a man or a woman, doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. I get a little bit paranoid. Like, if I have like a bag with me, I know it sounds my back like clutching onto it, because I'm like, because I always get a feeling that I'm going to get robbed.
Do you know what? I actually think that's the generation we live in.
Because of how bad it is.
Because of how bad it is, yeah.
Like, and that's like, it's horrible to think, can't even walk alone at night without thinking someone's going to fucking mug me. I've never been mugged in my life, but I just think someone's going to, and even when I'm like carrying my phone, I sometimes think someone's going to come past me and go and just take it off me.
See, I thrive better in a different country. When we were in Paris, no anxiety.
It's because you don't know anyone. You don't know anyone, you're not going to see anyone, you know. I'm the same when I'm on holiday. It's why I can't wait like to go to America, because I know I'm not going to see anyone. No one knows who I am. Like, and that's just like, hopefully the anxiety just disappears. But
yeah, because I do think that like you don't get it when you're on holiday.
No.
I don't get anxiety when I'm on holiday.
No, I don't. I mean, I've not been on holiday for like last year or so, but last time I went, I can't remember getting like.
Even when I went to Wales, no anxiety. That's why I posted. Said no anxiety. Because I was on holiday. I didn't know anyone.
I feel like social media as well gives you a lot of anxiety too. Like, I feel like it's like more the aspect of like, you feel like you're in competition with people. Like, not like in competition, but you feel like oh my god, like they're doing like really good things. Like, I want to be doing that, so I need to try and be like them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. See, I don't really get that, because like I just post whenever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just post for other people, like, and hope they enjoy it. So I don't really get that, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, like, of course I post so people enjoy it, because I know people generally do enjoy my content, because like, I enjoy filming my own content. I do, I love posting, but obviously sometimes I do get that feeling where I'm like, oh my god, like, am I doing something wrong here? Like, yeah. I'm like, because I'm quite a perfectionist when it comes to that. Yeah. Like, if I post a video and it's not gotten that many likes or views, like, I know it doesn't matter about that, but I'm like, oh, I know now to never do a video like that again, because it flopped. Yeah, it flopped. That's the only way I can say it, flopped. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Even sometimes I get like that with, like, obviously, like, sometimes when we posted podcasts before, like, some of them were dead good, and then the other ones done dead shit, and I'm like, oh my god, we can never do that again. even though it's probably has nothing to do with that, but it just gives me anxiety. Yeah, I get it. But it happens. I think that's just being human, though. To be honest, everyone just wants to be like perfect and make sure everything's great, but the reality is, no one's perfect. That's why I have to keep thinking in my head. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. Like, you try to be perfect, but no one ever's going to be perfect.
No, 1,000%. I don't think, like, obviously the day and age we live in, like, there's so much pressure to be perfect.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel that's what I was more trying to get at when it comes to social media. Like, everyone's pressured to, like, do this, this and this. Yeah. And it shouldn't be like that. Because when I first started doing social media, no one gave a shit. It was literally like, people wanted to be sent PR from big brands, like, do you know what I mean? But now it's like, if you don't get picked for certain things or whatever, you feel like, oh my god, what am I doing so wrong? Yeah. Because I know I sometimes feel like that, but I've just got to think in the other, you know what, it is what it is. Better things will come, but again, it's hard to think like that though. Like, think positive all the time. Like, these people on TikTok, you think positive 24/7. I don't know how you're not exhausted, because like, I couldn't.
I think, do you know what it is? I think it's living in your own little bubble. I live in my own little bubble now. Like, obviously the thing that's like, obviously I'm struggling with PTSD, but it's not post-traumatic, it's just traumatic. I didn't believe I should have been diagnosed with PTSD, because it wasn't PTSD, it was instinct. Obviously, my PTSD is quite bad, like, it is quite bad, I'm not going to say it's not, because it is, but I think it was too early for the diagnosis. Yeah, but too early to tell. So. Too early to tell. It hasn't even been months. It hasn't been a year. Do you know what I mean? like, it's been such a short amount of time.
But then that's like me going back to like doctors though, just wanted to like, you know, kind of just like push you out the door sort of thing.
The good thing is like they have acknowledged it. They have acknowledged it because I didn't really get good victim care.
Yeah.
And like they have acknowledged it, and I'm going for like a psych review. But there's nothing fucking wrong with me. I do get like it's like your brain is now rewired, but like it's just like trying to adapt to life.
Yeah.
But like it is like I do get what PTSD comes through because it's not like the big things, it's like the little things, do you know what I mean?
Triggers.
Yeah, like little
triggers,
triggers.
yeah.
So that's why it's like that. But yeah, I would say mental health is just a hard one, really.
Mental health is very hard, like
the spec on it is so wide.
Yeah, because in this day and age, there's all sorts of mental health conditions and problems. Like, I feel like they bring out new ones every day. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I should go on TikTok and I see that people have got certain, like, things, like, that they struggle with.
Oh,
like,
do you know what else? People, we were at a party and someone said to me, Mum, when did your Bethany get diagnosed with autism and ADHD? What? Why? Who would ask that to someone? Like it's an insult. It's not, like, why would you even say that? Like, it's, do you know what I mean? But I think that's so mad. Like, you won't go up to someone and be like, oh, when did you get diagnosed with depression?
Yeah, that's just something you don't do. So why that? Oh, people, you see what I mean? People are fucking weird. This is why I don't like people. Because I don't fuck with people because they do shit like that.
Yeah.
Because you ask someone.
To be fair, my college didn't refer me, but they pulled me in for a little thingy and said, listen, like we might need you to go and get like a little test for like ADHD or autism. And I was like, whoa, what do you mean? I was like, first of all, no. Second of all, why? We're like, because like you like wear sunglasses inside.
I wear sunglasses.
And I was like, the lights are too bright. And then like we were just like listing off little things that they had like noted down.
See, that's weird. Like, so what if you wear fucking sunnies inside on one?
Yeah. like little things. Like my best mate always says to me, you've got autism. Like, you have got severe autism. I'm like, no, I haven't. But like, that's coming from my best mate. But like, me college, we fucking sunglasses inside. You're trying to diagnose me.
To be honest, I sometimes have got undiagnosed ADHD just because of sometimes how hyper at me. I was like, like sometimes I have a burst, I can like run around the room like I'm a fucking like little whippet, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like that. But then I also think as well, maybe I might have ADHD because sometimes like ADHD can have like really bad, when some people with ADHD can suffer with like really, really bad anxiety. And then I struggle with that too, and so you can go into like depressive episodes where you like 2 days you just like don't move out of bed, don't do anything, and sometimes I do that. So sometimes I think, is the root to the problem ADHD? Because if I figure out the root to the problem, then I know and something can be done about it then.
Yeah.
Whereas right now I feel a little bit helpless because I did go to the doctors and they were like, oh yeah, we'll refer you blah friggin' blah, but you know the wait lists are longer than the friggin' arm.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to get on this wait list, like. You go to A&E and it's like a 26-hour wait and it's just like, you just can't, then people are like, you know what, forget it, I can't be asked because of how fucked up the healthcare system is. It's not their fault, it's this country's fault, but what can you do? Yeah. I'm not privileged, I can't be like put me to the top of that list.
I just think like I'm me and I've got a personality.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't really care. Like obviously my mate always says like, oh, I think you've got autism, but like my mum reckons I've got ADHD. But like, I just think, I hate that we live in a society where someone's going to go up to someone and be like, when did she get diagnosed? I was 16 as well, I was at a party.
Wow.
Like, when did she get diagnosed? My mum was like, what?
Like she hasn't?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's just mad.
No. See that high? No. That's fucked up. But anyway guys, so yeah, that concludes today's episode. I feel like that was a really good one to speak about. Hopefully a lot of people can either relate or, you know, just watch and enjoy, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two, I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed today's episode. Did you enjoy today's episode?
I loved it.
It was good. But anyway, we will see you next time for the next one. Mwah.
Bye!